Because if I turned this camera on and started chatting a load of shit to conform, to be politically correct, to get views, to suck up to the people and be fake and get attention from everyone and create this character that I'm not, if I had to do that, it wouldn't last. I wouldn't stay consistent. I wouldn't post twice a week. I wouldn't post clips every day. I wouldn't film all this time. I wouldn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing this. I wouldn't be able to just do this off the cuff and not script anything. The only reason I can do this, whether it's entertaining or not, but the only reason I can do this and speak like I do is because I know it's me. Because I know it's what I'm truly thinking. And there's no doubt on, oh, I can say that, I can't say that, oh, that's right, that's wrong. It's like, no, fuck it. Just relax and be you. And you won't understand how freeing that actually is in life unless you do it fully. Today we're going to talk about being yourself and why it's the best thing you can do. And how I used to not be myself. And how I regret it so much. And I know now what the right thing to do is. And the right thing to do is just truly be yourself. And it's like a cheat code, being yourself. Because there's this excuse of you're just doing what you want or what you love. Sure, there's a little bit of regard for others. But being yourself truly, making the decisions for you that you actually like. And don't get me wrong, there's a little bit of compromise in certain situations where you can still be yourself and fulfill other people's needs. But I'm more talking about on your general day-to-day being yourself, acting you, having a bit of trust in you, and the decisions that you make and the choices and the behaviors that you do are true to who you are. Because when you've got that voice inside your head that's telling you you're not being yourself, that you're not doing what you want to do, it builds up over time and the weight on your shoulders gets heavier and heavier when you're pretending to be someone you're not. And I honestly wonder what the world would look like if everyone was just them true selves. If they weren't faking it, if they weren't pretending nothing was going wrong, if they weren't pretending they weren't struggling in life, weren't pretending that we're living and doing 9 to 5 days that we don't want to fucking do. Well, let's stop pretending that and actually work on getting the life we fucking want. And that only starts when you accept that you can be your true self, no matter how silly it seems. And if you don't know who your true self is, it's about figuring that out. And you're going to make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. So learn to apologize. Learn to forgive other people. Learn to not blame other people. Because when you start blaming other people for the situation you're in, you're not being your true self then either. Every decision you've ever made in life, every behavior, action, consequence, result, is because of you. And you can take that as a positive. And you can twist the negatives into a positive. And say, everything I've got is because of me. It's my fault. But everything good in your life you've got, you can twist and say, it's my fault. So you can give yourself a bit of praise as well. But let's stop faking it. Let's stop creating these ideas of perfection for one. This perfect Instagrammable life that's showing off and making everyone else believe that you've got it sorted. You've got that dream life when behind that camera, you're dying inside. And that's why I know I'm comfortable doing these videos and just casually chatting in my car. It's because I know it's just being me. There's no doubt when I'm saying any of these words that it's not me. That I'm sat here thinking, oh, when I turn this camera off, I'm dying inside. Don't get me wrong, I have a little bit of doubt sometimes on what I'm saying, but it's not whether I'm right or wrong. It's not whether I'm faking it. It's whether what I'm saying I truly believe. That's where my doubt comes in. I have to analyze and look over what I say and say, do I truly believe that? Am I truly being myself? And it's like a check that I have to do with myself to make sure that I am being who I truly am. Whether I'm right or wrong, but still the intention to be me. Whether it's fucked up, whether it's embarrassing, right or wrong, like I said, it don't fucking matter. As long as I'm like, no, that's how I'm actually truly feeling right now. That is my opinion. That is what I think with the experiences that I have. Because if I turn this camera on and started chatting a load of shit to conform, to be politically correct, to get views, to suck up to the people and be fake and get attention from everyone and create this character that I'm not, if I had to do that, it wouldn't last. I wouldn't stay consistent. I wouldn't post twice a week. I wouldn't post clips every day. I wouldn't film all this time. I wouldn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing this. I wouldn't be able to just do this off the cuff and not script anything. The only reason I can do this, whether it's entertaining or not, but the only reason I can do this and speak like I do is because I know it's me. Because I know it's what I'm truly thinking. And there's no doubt on, oh, I can say that, I can't say that, oh, that's right, that's wrong. It's like, no, fuck it. Just relax and be you. And you won't understand how freeing that actually is in life unless you do it fully. And it's not give up on everything and start insulting people, saying what's on your mind. There's still got to be a little bit of respect. There's still got to be a little bit of caution. Too much of being yourself and your ego, when your ego comes into play, or when you're upset and moody and sad and grumpy, you've got to recognize again your true self and say, is this my true self or am I going through a bad day? Don't give an excuse and don't accept that bad behavior is because you're being your true self. Let's not fall into that category of using this as an excuse and not go deep into who your true self actually is. Let's not be my true self, which is still the facade. But let's be our deep down true self. Deep down, the things that insult me. Because if you're deep down being yourself and you think you're perfect, you're not being your true self, because no one is fucking perfect. Everyone struggles with shit in life. Everyone's got something they can't figure out. Everyone's got something on the mind that they're like, how the fuck do I figure this out? But yet we all stand around acting like we've figured our life out. And that's why I know when I come across people that think they've got everything figured out, I'm like, boy, you're not being yourself. I know who I'm talking to now, or who I see is fake, is a facade, is an insecurity, something to protect you. Because if you can't admit that you're right and wrong, you can't admit that you don't know everything. Sure, you can try, and like me, I can speak as if I'm figuring it all out, as if I know certain things, but deep down, I know I can be wrong in anything that I say. I'm only young. There's so many experiences that have changed past opinions that I'm like, who knows what I'm not seeing now? And for me, it's not about being right. It's about communicating and talking about whatever the fuck I'm talking about and figuring it out. Because if you don't get it off your chest, if you don't start talking through it, you don't figure it out. If you don't start being wrong, you won't figure it out. And you definitely won't figure it out if you don't accept that you can be wrong. If you can't have that conversation about whatever it is, well, then you're guaranteed to be wrong, because you're not open to a discussion. You're not open to other people's opinions. In a sense, they spark new thoughts for you. And being your true self is harder than you think, because there's so many factors in life that drag us away from that. We get anxious. Like I said, we doubt ourselves. There's fear. We do things that aren't us. And I think, why have I done that? Well, you've done it because of the emotions that you're feeling. You're erratic. You're not thinking straight. And to be your true self, you have to surrender. You have to surrender to all those insecurities, to all those things that you're scared to share, that you're scared for people to know about you, because you've had this facade. You've got to let it go and say, I'm fine with people thinking I'm not this perfect being, that I'm not right all the time. I'm okay with being wrong, with not being perfect, with not being this alpha. I think you need this team, that you need people around you. If you think you can do life alone and just you're wrong. And sure, there's that 1% out there that can do it on their own. But why? Why do it on your own? Because you're going to benefit other people if you're going through life with them. And if they're going through life with you, it's easier. Also, it's a different experience. And if you're scared to be a part of a team, if you're scared to rely on other people, delve into that. Look into why are you scared with anything. You should trust most situations, and if you don't, figure out why. Delve into that. What insecurity is there that stops you being your true self? That's why teams are better than people being on their own, because we can't do everything ourselves. So have someone else pick up a bit of slack. Have someone else be a bit of support. Have someone else teach you what they know. Share, because you can relate to everyone and you realize you're not in your own bubble and this isn't just you. You're not alone in this. That's why you can be if you be your true self, you're less lonely. You're more comfortable in your own skin, and everyone around you is more comfortable in your presence because they know you're not lying. They know what to expect. They know who you truly are. I'm telling you, there's no better feeling than it. But yeah. Peace.